From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clarke County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. The cantaloupe warning we told you about last week gets worse. Plus, a woman is arrested for trying to burn down a sacred historic site to many. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. The Athens-Clarke County Police Department is investigating a tragic incident that unfolded on December 1st. They responded to an aggravated assault in the 100 block of Massey Lane and found 3 dead in what appears to be a murder-suicide. A 26-year-old female and a 20-year-old male were confronted by a 31-year-old male with whom the female had a prior relationship. A heated dispute ensued, leading to gunfire. The 31-year-old shot the others before fatally shooting himself. ACCPD is urging anyone with information to contact Detective Paul Johnson at 762-400-7060 or by emailing paul.johnson@accgov.com. Additionally, if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, reach out to Project SAFE at 706-543-3331. This from the Red and Black. A follow-up to a story we talked about last week, officials are now cautioning against consuming any cantaloupe, including pre-cut varieties, due to a nationwide recall linked to a salmonella outbreak. The FDA and CDC report over 200 illnesses across 38 states with 2 fatalities. Severe symptoms include diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps. Vulnerable groups like children and the elderly may face complications. Health experts urge anyone with recalled fruit to discard them and thoroughly clean surfaces. Again, this is pre-cut cantaloupe and regular cantaloupe. Just get rid of it. This from 11 Alive. In another story about a food recall, 7 children in Georgia have fallen ill due to lead from contaminated applesauce pouches from WanaBana. In particular, the apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches. 2 more cases are suspected linked to the recalled pouches. The FDA is investigating cinnamon from an Ecuadorian manufacturer as the potential source of high lead levels in applesauce. The CDC has reported 52 cases nationwide, but Georgia's tally stands at 9, including the confirmed and under review cases. Recalls began in late October with concerns raised about the availability of the recalled product in some Dollar Tree stores. Again, this is the WanaBana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches. This from the AJC.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing my career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my 2nd year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From WSB's Facebook page, police are investigating an attempt to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. 2 off-duty NYPD officers visiting the King Center detained a suspect pouring gasoline on the historic site. The 26-year-old woman has been arrested and charged with attempted arson and interference with government property. Authorities are collaborating with the ATF and FBI, and because King's home is federal property, she could face further federal charges. Kevin Clark responded, "These things happen way too frequently to be believable. Victimhood has become the coin of the realm, and people will stop at nothing to claim it." Matt Glow offered, "Y'all need to leave them drugs alone." Dave Lemke said, "The world has gone crazy. We need less people like her and more people like MLK." The University of Georgia is making waves in international education. According to the 23 Open Doors report, UGA is ranked number 6 overall for student study abroad participation and an impressive number 3 for short-term study abroad among U.S. doctoral institutions. In the 21-22 academic year, 2,324 UGA students earned course credits abroad, with 2,175 engaging in short-term programs. They received $580,000 in scholarships, $220,000 from the Passport Initiative Scholarship. For those interested in exploring the world through education, visit the Office of Global Engagement website. This from the Red and Black. In sports, the Georgia women's basketball team lost to Duke 72-65. The Georgia Ice Dawgs defeated the Oklahoma State Cowboys 6-2 to claim their 11th win of the season. And the Georgia volleyball team fell in straight sets to Arizona State during the NCAA tournament in Utah, bringing its season to an end with a 19-12 record. This from the Red and Black. Georgia takes the top spot as the unhappiest state for employees in the U.S., according to a recent study. The Peach State scored just 29.62 out of 100, citing factors like high quit rates, low job satisfaction, and notably lengthy commute times, averaging 28.7 minutes. That's the average. Meanwhile, the happiest state scored 69.96 out of 100. And can you guess what state that is? I'll give you a second. It's actually Alaska. This from WSB.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.